Hey guys, so I'm going to be building a new 5-inch quad here, and this is the KingKong 210GT. It's a single plate version, and so should be pretty light compared to some of my other 5-inch quads. The bottom plate here is 3 millimeters, and the top plate is 1.5 millimeters. And I'm going to just give you a weight of sort of the dry weight here with the standoffs, screws, and just the two plates. This is basically going to be the weight of the bare frame. And comes in around 87 grams for just the bare frame itself. It's pretty much on the light side. So my goal for this build is going to be try and build a sort of lightweight. So I'm going to go with the HS 1177 Mini. And I'm going to go with KingKong motors here. These are the 2205. These are the 2300 kV motors. Yeah. And I'm going to go with the DYS XM20A ESC. So hopefully this will end up being a pretty powerful quad at the end. I'm going to do the build video here, time-lapse it, and stop for the important sections. This is actually going to be a pretty simple build here because I'm just going to be putting on the PDB, solder the ESCs, put on the flight controller, and then solder the motors, and then put on the top plate. So, then obviously attach the FPV here. So this is probably going to be very similar to a lot of other build videos you've seen on my channel, but I'm going to go ahead and just stop at anything that's kind of different or unusual, or you might have questions, and we'll see how this goes. Let me know if you guys think this format's better or worse than the other build videos I've done. Okay, I'm mounting the PDB a little bit higher than usual here because I'm going to put the receiver underneath the PDB. Okay guys, so I've got my ESCs all soldered onto my PDB, and I'm ready for the next part. I'm going to go ahead and just attach my motors and solder them onto the ESCs and get them zip tied here into the frame. You can see the frame provides these nice little holes for the zip ties, which are nice because they don't go through the outside. So should be a nice clean look. I normally put the motors on last, but I just kind of want to clean this up and get this out of the way. And I'm going to use these little ESC holder or protectors as well. And that should help me get to the next part, which would be the flight controller. I'm going to put that on and solder on my signal wire. So I'm going to actually get rid of the ground wire. I don't need it for these guys. Also going to, for the motors, I'm going to use these little motor protectors here on the end. So it should be a pretty cool look. Okay guys, so here's what it looks like with the motors and ESCs mounted. I got these little motor protectors installed. Somewhat difficult getting that first screw in, but once you get that first screw in, you can line up the rest of them and they go in okay. And yeah, I know this is not that pretty. I got too much wire here. I should have cut them shorter, but I got lazy and didn't feel like doing it. And just gonna fold them up in there. This little screw right here, or this nut right here, goes to these little feet that are on the bottom that came with the kit. I forgot to mention that before, so it's kind of cool that these little feet are included there. It's like a hard rubber foot that goes on all four legs, so it should protect these little screws here on the bottom and the carbon fiber. And that's pretty much it. I got my zip tie. I got my ESCs here zip tied inside these little cases, and we're gonna next put on the flight controller. I got to put on my battery lead here as well, and then the FPV setup. So I'll start on that one next. Okay, there's all the ESC signal wires soldered in. I do a direct soldering for my ESC signal wires usually. Okay, at this point I'm going to attach these connectors to the PDB here for the FPV, and we got this one here is for the video transmitter, and this one here is for the camera. It's going to attach right there. It'll make the connections to these two components much easier later, so I'm going to go do that now. Okay, hey guys, so here it is all built, and just want to make a couple of notes here. I swapped out the FPV camera for a traditional HS1177 instead of the Mini, because the form factor of the Mini was such that it was a bit long, and the camera mount that this comes with wraps around the lens barrel here in the front, which wouldn't allow the camera to tilt very much. So I'm going to go with this camera instead, and I didn't put my receiver in yet. I have my little 3 pins right back there ready to go for the receiver. I'm waiting for some of those turnkey receivers to come in. I'm going to stick that right under there when that comes in. And I've got the video transmitter installed. This is the Eachine ET526. I'll put a link here in the corner for the review and that if you guys want to check that out. Kind of fits in nice here vertically in the center through this grommet, and I'm just using the antenna here just to hold on. I'll probably replace that with a circular antenna later, but yeah, the button's accessible. I can read the display and it just hangs there. It's nice and clean, and I got the power connector here out the back. So it's pretty much done. It's going to put a battery strap here, of course, and flash it with Betaflight and take it for a maiden. I'm not going to do a Betaflight video on this one. This is pretty basic, and if you guys want to know how to do Betaflight flash, let me know in the comments below, and I'll send you a link to one of the other Betaflight flashing videos that I've done. I've done a few of them, so you can check that out. So I'll have a maiden of this pretty soon. Stay tuned to my channel for that coming up pretty soon, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.